So, welcome to this week's The Rating Room Quiz. This is where I test Andy's knowledge on this week's film. So it's time to buckle up and get those thinking caps on. Andy, are you ready for this week's quiz?
Jay, I'm ready. Let's do this.
So, just to recap, Andy, you obviously got 100% right last week. So, is this going to be the start of a run, or is this where it's all going to fall apart? So, just to recap, it's the same format. I'm going to give you 4 statements. 2 of these are false, so you have to guess which 2. So, the first statement. Tom Hanks opted out of receiving a flat fee for his salary and instead negotiated a percentage of the film's earnings. Statement 2. Tom Hanks stated in an interview that filming Forrest Gump was one of the easiest films to make due to it having a strong cast and director. Statement 3. The scene where Forrest is giving a speech to the rally actually included a mini monologue for Hanks, i.e. they didn't just film a silence here. And statement 4. Robin Wright was earmarked to play the role of Jenny, having worked with the director on Death Becomes Her. Wright played a supporting character to Meryl Streep and Goldie Hawn, and he was impressed with her performance. So Andy, they're the 4 statements. Which 2 are correct and which 2 are false?
That's a tough one this week. I'm going to go straight to statement 4. I've seen Death Becomes Her a couple of times. I don't recall Robin Wright being in the film, if I'm honest. That could be my bad memory, but I don't remember. So I'm going to say, based on that one is false. The other 3 could all quite easily be true. I'm going to say that statement 1, the negotiation of earnings from a flat fee, I think that's going to be a true statement. Seems like a smart business move, and Hank strikes me as a smart businessman, so I'm going to say that one is true. And I'm going to say that statement 3, the speech at the rally, wasn't just silence, there was an actual speech in there. I'm going to say that's true as well. He's obviously saying something, and I wonder if they'd not decided at which point to cut it or not. So maybe they filmed the speech in full and then decided where to silence it later. I don't know. So I'm going to say that one's true, but which is a little bit of guesswork. So in summary, I'm going true, false, true, false.
Andrew, well done. So the first one you have got correct. Now I threw this one in, Andy, because obviously in our notes we said the writer of the novel never got paid because he didn't get 3% of the profits. So that was a little red herring in there. So Tom Hanks apparently got 40 million from the percentage of earnings.
Wow. Instead
of a flat fee. Yeah, so that was a little a bit of a red herring there, because I was hoping you'd fall for the writer bit of knowledge, fact. Now, Tom Hanks stated in an interview this was one of his easiest films. You got that right, so that is a full statement. And interestingly, apparently the film was 48 hours from being shut down because it was going over budget. And in the end, the bit where I said it was my favourite bits with all the running, the little various montage scenes, apparently Tom Hanks and Zemeckis paid for Zemeckis paid for all that themselves. They split the cost for that because there were no money left in the production budget. Now, the mini monologue bit, you got that correct as well. So apparently the actual script stated, and I can't do I'm not the budding actor like Andy, so the actual bit that was in there was, sometimes when people go to Vietnam, they go home to their mamas without any legs. Sometimes they don't go home at all. That's a bad thing. That's all I have to say about that. So apparently that is what was there. And I butchered that, Andy. So much there. I got tongue-tied. Now, Robin Wright. I have only seen Death Becomes Her once, and I absolutely hate that film. So the director did direct Death Becomes Her, so that was, again, a bit of a red herring. Apparently, though, a number of big stars turned down the role of Jenny, including Jodie Foster and Demi Moore, and also Nicole Kidman refused to do a screen test. So Robin Wright was obviously lucky. Well, not lucky. She obviously deserved it, but she did a great job as Jenny. And I can't imagine Nicole Kidman doing that kind of role, if I'm honest. Jodie Foster, I think, would be good.
John Travolta and Nicole Kidman. That's what it could have been.
Indeed. So, Andy, well done. So, for 2 weeks on a row, you've got 100%. So, you started season 2 very strong. Now, I've got, thinking back, Andy, I think you started season 1 very strong, and I changed the rules then. So, now I have to think, I might have to do something like, there's 100 statements. Which one is incorrect?
I've got a feeling there's going to be a rule change imminent because things are going my way.
So well done, Andy.
Thank you very much. More of the same next week.